All right, here's the card, and watch this, ladies. Ta-da! I love this idea, Betty Ann. Thank you for sharing it with me. And it's really quite easy. The hardest part I had was figuring out the ribbon, and you know what? I don't have ribbon over here, so I'm gonna have to grab my ribbon to get this going. Let's see. But there it is. So let's get started, and I'll show you how to do it. All right. I'm going to be using the Celebrate Sunflowers, the large sunflower, and the large leaf. All right. And then I'll also need, to go along with that, the dies to cut those out. And I've got them over here. Let me pull them out while I'm thinking of it so I don't have to worry about where they are. And I thought I would do a little bit different color tonight. I try to make my sunflowers as close to natural as I can. Now, there are no blue ones, but that color is just too pretty. So tonight, and these colors are based on this. But tonight, I'm going to use a different color. Now, you need some scraps, and I've chosen like almost a half sheet because you're going to need to stamp 2 flowers and then 4 leaves. So, I've got my flower here, and I'm going to make a flirty flamingo flower tonight. I wanted to play with some colors. So I'm going to take my flirty flamingo and I'm going to stamp my image. I got to press in the center. Oops, still didn't come out good. When you don't have the pad underneath, which I don't have here, it doesn't always come out. So I always try to put a little extra push in the center. That one's better. I may have missed inking it up. All right. And for my leaves, I'm going to use Granny Apple Green. All right, so I need 4 leaves. So I'm going to stamp those. 1. Every time I stamp this, I keep thinking that I missed part of it, but that's the way the leaf is. It really throws me. So this is going to be a flirty flamingo sunflower. All right, now, did I tell you guys how to figure out how to line up the sunflower and the die? I don't remember if I did or not, but I'm going to tell you if I didn't. I'm going to tell you again. If you stamp it, and I'm going to hold it cockeyed, because if you stamp it this way, there are 3 petals that curl up. You have the same thing on your die, and if you have a hard time finding it, just take and put a mark on it with a Sharpie. That, if you line those 3 petals up, the rest of it lines up perfectly. All right, so I'm going to do some die cutting and get these cut out. I didn't cut them out ahead of time because I wanted to show you a couple of tips. And I'm going to have to use my tape tonight because my magnets are in the wrong spot. And it's moving my thing around. Come on here. There we go. Got it. All right. So what did everybody do today? I was going to clean my baseboards, and I was going to do my blinds. No, I was going to do my baseboards, and I have crown molding. I was going to do both of those today. And I started, and I went, and I was going to do the blinds tomorrow. And then I started, and I went, you know what? I got everything out that I need to do the blinds. I'm just going to do the blinds at the same time. So my day of crafting went into a day of cleaning. I lost most of my day, I can't pick this up, dang, in having to clean and everything else, but my baseboards are done. My, oh, this one's moving on me. My blinds are done. And tomorrow I'm going to run an errand. I'm going to go see what I can find that's out there in Halloween candy. I want to make I have some ideas I want to play with, but I need the candy first. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm coming back and I'm going to spend the whole day in my studio. I am going to play. I do have to go to Target because I have to pick up paper towels and Kleenex and what else do I get there? A couple of other things. And I thought I'd check the dollar spot and see what fun things they have in there. I'm hoping they have some Halloween things out. Something fun that maybe I could take and do a home decor item with some modifying. Too much work? Well, it had to be done, and it's a good thing. While I was at it, I cleaned my ceiling fans, and they really needed it. But now it's done, and I'm good for a month or two, and I don't have to do it again. I'd already cleaned my windows back in the spring. We have a lot of, what do you call it? Pine needles here, so that stuff gets everywhere. All right, I got all of my flowers done. Now, the next thing you have to do, and you want to take, this is a piece of Flirty Flamingo, and it's 4 by 5 1/4. You have to decide where you're going to put your flowers, and you want to do it so that they overlap. So I did it like that. If you want it to overlap more, you can't go too far, but you can overlap it, but that's plenty, really. Then you're going to very carefully pick this up, flip it over, and set it down, and use a pencil and draw a line down the side of your flowers. And I'm going to pull in my score tool because I like that better. And the reason being is I took a permanent marker and put a line. So when I have to line something up, it's easier. All right, you're going to take that line that you drew and you're going to line it up in one of the score lines, I guess, okay? And you want to score it 2 or 3 times. You want it pretty deep. And then you're going to do the same thing with this one. I just find it easier to have it marked. All right, like so. All right, now what you're going to take and do is you're going to fold on that score line and burnish it real good. All right. Then you're going to take, and this is the key, it's got to be something strong. So I used Terran tape. All right. And I put it all across there, and I didn't worry if it went past the petals and hung off some. So put your Terran tape across here. But you want this really, really, some firm stickum, for lack of a better term. All right, now I'm going to take my backs off. All right. Like so. Got it. All right, now, where's the one that's messed up? This one's the top one. All right, I'm going to put this on here, and I just kind of want to get my placement straight. All right. All right. So I've got that. I'm going to fold this one to the back, and then I'm going to fold this one to the back. All right, and I'm going to press it down. And then to make sure it stays down, I use some more tear-in tape. So I'm just going to go all the way around the edge with tear-in tape. And like I said, I don't know if this is the one that the lady did or not, that Betty Ann shared with me, but this worked for me, so this is what I'm going with. All right, there. So what other images do you think we have that you could do this idea with? Remember, it's got to be big enough that it covers about 3/4 of your card front. All right, now, and I'm going to put that one underneath. All right, I'm just going to kind of press this down so that I get a good fold. To put on your leaves, I don't know why I can't pick up anything tonight. I used just glue dots. And what I want to do is I kind of want to set it there. I don't want to go, I can go a little bit off, but not too far, because it'll hang off your card base. Ooh, the peony, I didn't think of that one. That's a good one. All right, so I'm going to put the two down at the bottom. The one I thought of was the magnolia. All right, I got to decide about this one, right about there. Let me see here. Get rid of some of this. The other thing you have to think about is the daisy is big enough, but there's not a lot to grab hold of, so I don't think it's a good choice. All right, so there it is. Now we're going to take and we're going to add it to, hey Jean, our card base. And this card base is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, so it's 1/4 of a sheet. So it would be like a card, a full card, excuse me. It would be like a full card, but just the card front. All right, so now this is going to go on here. Ooh, 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 no, I can't. I got to put my ribbon on first. And I have to do some guessing about the length here. Almost put that down, and then all right, so there's that. What did you just do, Jean? All right. Now you want your ribbon in the center as close as you can get it. I apologize. Man, my sinuses gave me a fit today. I don't know what's going on out there, but whoa. It's really sticky too. So that's going to go there. All right, and I'm going to take another piece of tear-in tape because I want to make sure that ribbon stays down. And I'm just going to put it over top the ribbon. You could actually put the ribbon down and then put the tear-in tape all the way around. But I forgot. So we had to modify. Like I said, I make the mistakes so you don't have to. Okay. Oh, all the dusting I did today, it may have been. Oh, good, Jean. Well, you know what I did discover when I did my blinds? In the spring when I did wash my windows, I had the tilt out windows. So I cleaned my windows and then put them back together and closed it all up and locked them. Well, today when I did the blinds, I noticed my one window wasn't closed all the way. So for 3-4 months, it's been open about that much at the top. So it was like, holy cow, I couldn't believe it. And then I couldn't get it straight. So I had to have Barb's husband, Doug, from next door come over and say, I can't close it. He came over, pushed up on the top, pushed down on the bottom, and locked them. I just couldn't get it straight. I felt so stupid. It was like, holy cow. All right, now, to do the inside, all right, and I just stamped birthdays are the best days because I'm going to use that as a birthday card. I might do the same for this one. Who knows? I use the stitched rectangles, and it's actually the third one in is the size I wanted. I thought this one, and I'll show you, this one is smaller, but it just, I didn't feel there was enough space. It just looked funny the way it was working out. So that's why I use this one. So if you don't need a lot of space, if you can just put a sentiment in your name, you can even use one smaller than this and it won't even show. So I cut one out of Whisper White, and I'm going to add that to the back. All right, like so. Jean, are you doing any scrapbooking, or are you, hang on. Oh, sorry, guys. Barb, I think you're right. It was all that dusting I did today. Are you doing any scrapbooking, Jean, or are you still, have you gotten out of it altogether? All right, and then to tie it, now I'm going to show you this trick. Take your left over right. It's usually right over left, but I'm going to do it this way. North to south. Take your south one. Make your loop. Pull the north one over, around, and through the hole in the back, and pull it tight east to west, and your bow will always lay the way you want it. Wherever you, oh, thank you. Whichever way you pull that bow, it's going to lie. And I'll show you, because if I do this one, and I'm not going to watch it work out, not be straight. I'm just going to tie this one any old way. See? I pulled north to south. That's the way my bow is laying. So if you want your bow to lay north to south, or side to side, north and south is where your tails of your bow have to be, and then you pull it east to west. And I just use east to west because it's easy for people to think about it that way. Oh, who's having a baby? Is Charlie having another one? Okay, ladies, there it is. A Misty Moonlight and a Flirty Flamingo. What do you think? Which is your favorite? And don't pay attention to the part I messed up. If I had done this in the Misty, I could have restamped it, or Stamparatus. I shouldn't be saying Misty because it's supposed to be. Oh, Dawn. Okay. Thanks. Oh, I love the hearts, guys. But once I figured out how to do it, I couldn't believe how easy it is. This one has Crumb Cake and Misty Moonlight. This one is Basic Black with Flirty Flamingo. I tried Crumb Cake and I didn't like it. I tried Sahara Sand. I didn't like it. It just didn't have the pop. So that's why I went with the black background. And that's all there is to it. Just look for bigger, larger, oh my gosh. Boy, you had a lot of grandchildren come in your family lately. Look for a larger stamp, Lynn. I know we've had some. It helps if you have a die to cut it out. If not, you got to cut the whole thing out. So, but I have had so much fun playing with these sunflowers. I was going to use a different set tonight, but this one I just had to do this. Thanks, Sharon. I didn't even see you come in. I've had so much fun playing with the sunflowers, and when this one came through, I had to give it a try. So Betty Ann, what do you think? So, oh, I know you meant cards. So, but I kind of like the Flirty Flamingo. It looks almost like an orange, which to me works because sunflowers are all in all different colors. And this one is, like I said, all you have to do is stamp a sentiment. And when you stamp, just make sure it's not going to go up or down too far. And see, when you go to sign it, you can sign over here and it's hidden. Yeah, I know I have some blue people in here, right, Sharon? So I did the blue, and plus I've seen some Misty Moonlight. Yeah, don't forget to use your coupons, Lynn. You don't want to use them. I had to use the Misty Moonlight because I've seen some gorgeous cards with the sunflowers in the blues, especially this blue. All right. And there's space. I mean, you can actually stamp a sentiment here and sign down here, and it doesn't interfere there. But there it is. Done. Easy. And is Betty Ann still in here, or did she leave? She may have left, because I haven't seen her respond. Sometimes things come up with her daughter, and she has to leave. Oh, I never thought of the blue as old-fashioned. That's interesting, Lynn. But yeah, and then this is Misty Moonlight and Just Jade, which is, both of those are new in colors. All right, so not bad. Good ideas, and you can use something else behind here. You don't even have to put a piece of white, but I just thought it just kind of adds something and makes those flowers pop. So, all right, let me turn this around.